Most of us have started digging and decorating and mowing our lawns and gardens, but there are some new low maintenance, earth friendly and easy lawn care trends that can help all of us and all of our lawns thrive throughout the summer. Nick is outside to get some tips with By the Blade Lawn and Landscape. Nick?
Wow, I tell you, I really like somebody who's taking care of the Fox 4 lawn. Doesn't that look lush? That's a far cry from the bears and spots and weeds that I've got at my lawn. So let's get some tips here because, you know, it's still the time of season right now before the summer hits that we can really help out our lawn. And you know what? Patrick Vogt with By the Blade here, Lawn and Landscape. Patrick, you know, there's nothing like a great lawn and some great shrubs that could really improve the appearance of your home.
That's 100% correct. Having a good lawn as part of your landscaping, and of course, given that curb appeal with some great color really helps out overall.
All right, we want to go over with what's new first. So Patrick, why don't you tell us what's new in landscaping materials, colors, plants, accessories, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm seeing three trends in landscaping. I'm seeing number one, low maintenance. You know, people don't want to mess with trimming things all the time. So we're seeing a lot of dwarf varieties, things that are going to stay a lot smaller compared to those typical shrub roses that get 6 foot tall. We've got a variety that only stay about 2.5 to 3 foot tall. Butterfly bush that gets 6 foot tall. We've got varieties that get 3 foot tall. Low maintenance plantings also that shrubs that you don't even have to trim at all. They just slow grow, and over time you just let them grow and they'll do their thing.
Patrick, tell us about natives. What's native to this area?
That's another part of low maintenance landscaping is the incorporation of native planting. So natives are going to do well in this area because of their used to our clay soils. You don't have to water them as much. So those would be typical varieties like tick seed, yarrow, varieties like that are going to do well in our soil and really thrive with low maintenance.
I don't think I've ever put any vegetables into my landscaping. Is this something that a lot of people are doing?
Well, you know, with the homeowners associations not allowing too much as far as overall gardens, being able to incorporate your vegetables right into your landscaping is a great way to be able to have sustainable landscaping. If you've got an area to the west or south that gets really sunny, go ahead and get some vegetables planted in there and then incorporate some evergreens to give you that year-round interest, as well as some perennial flowers to give you that great color as well.
All right, let's talk pruning and trimming here. This is something that I still am not clear on. I know a lot of people are not clear on it as well. So what do we need to do here?
That's right. So a good rule of thumb is when something blooms, wait 30 days until it's done blooming to trim it. So a lilac bush, for example, right now, which is blooming all over the city, you want to trim those 30 days to 60 days after they're done blooming. If you wait until next spring, you're going to trim off all those new blooms. Same way with roses or any sort of other perennials. Wait 30 days to 60 days after they're done blooming to do that trimming.
Patrick, show us where we need to do the trimming when it stops blooming.
Okay, so a good rule of thumb is never trim more than 30% of a shrub at one time. So for example, with this lilac bush, you can go ahead and trim it right down here about 6 to 12 inches right off the stem. You can trim it in a shape, round, square, or just kind of trim it natural as well. And but like I said, a good rule of thumb, don't trim off those blooms for next year. Wait until it's done blooming.
Okay, did you hear that, Dad? Pops, did you hear that? All right, how about some earth-friendly solutions, too, if people are concerned about the environment?
Yeah, I've got some great earth-friendly solutions over here. I've got Back to Nature, which is a cotton burr compost. That's going to enrich the soil, really help out a lot of our clay soils, really give it a lot of those good nutrients that it needs. And I've also got a product that we really like called Zoom. It is an organic form and is great for those vegetable gardens where people don't want those fertilizers. They want to stay natural.
All right, last question, a real quick one. Is it too late to plant?
Of course not. Are you kidding me? Always improve that landscaping. Get that yard looking good. Get that curb appeal, some great color. Get out and get those gardens planted this weekend. Get those vegetables planted, and you'll have a great start and great kickoff to the year.
Patrick Vogt with By the Blade Lawn and Landscape. Patrick, always good to see you. Thanks for coming back to see us.
Appreciate it, Nick. Thank you very much.
All right, Kim, we'll go back inside and send it to you.
Thank you, Nick. By the Blade Lawn and Landscape is located in Parkville. You can find out more about By the Blade at bythebladekc.com. Patrick is also the official landscape designer for the Symphony Designer Show House.